Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz. It is June 18, 2017 at 2:22 a.m. I hadn't planned on doing a blog today or yesterday or this morning, but this one I couldn't pass up. I take a lot of news that comes out of Israel and Israeli or Israel Video Network, and a lot that are tied to that. And there's also another that's called Double Tapper. Y'all may have heard of Double Tapper. If you just go there, you'll find it. And this particular picture you're looking at is posted on 16th of June 2017 at 8:32 a.m. Pacific time. And I'm bringing this up for a very specific reason. And what you're looking at and what a lot of people don't know about what you might be seeing here is Double Tapper simply titled it, "Can you guess what this type of thing happens so often in the Middle East?" And I tried to look it up, and it didn't even have the story. At least the one that I clicked on went somewhere else. It didn't go to a deformity of a foot or feet. But I've got a stranger answer than most of you think I have, and it makes as much sense as any other. Keep in mind, it's predominant in the Middle East, and it's not everywhere. It's not many people. And most Jews would not go where I'm about to go with this. Probably none of them. But let me tell you, you had the watcher angels that fell, and they disguised themselves as the husbands of the daughters of men, because the daughters of men didn't want to have anything to do with them. And they disguised themselves as their husbands. Now, it doesn't say what they did to their husbands. It doesn't say they took them out and killed them. I don't know. But in order for them to be accepted by the daughters of men, they assumed, well, that's my husband. So they had sex with him. And the offspring were called the Rephaim. And these were the giants. In Genesis, giants were in the days prior to the flood and after. Clearly states that. Now, what I'm doing here is telling you that what you are seeing here is perhaps 6 toes rather than 5. And the reason I'm saying that is the Rephaim had 6 toes and 6 fingers. Everywhere they were, they all had 6 toes and 6 fingers. Even when you come to the American West, the historical stories of Native American describes them. Giants, 6 toes, 6 fingers. And this may also catch you off guard just a little bit, but the saying when an Indian greets someone, they put up the right hand and say how, that was a formal greeting. But you don't know why they did that. They did that to identify who was one of them and who was not by simply seeing that they had 6 fingers. That's a true story. It sounds funny, but it is a true story. So today, those in the Middle East that have this, probably just a very few number, and you take those who adhere to Islam, those who adhere to this false religion that wants to kill all the Jews and all the big Satan, and even themselves, that doesn't agree with what they think and what they feel and what they think that their religion is. So everyone dies but them. That's what they have. This is what the Rephaim did. This is what the fallen angels did. Everybody died that they came in contact with, mainly by eating them prior to the flood. The Philistines have nothing to do with the Palestinians. Philistines were the Rephaim. Goliath was a Philistine. David took down Goliath and decapitated him for a very specific reason. If he did not, then he would have risen again. The Palestinians are wandering Arabs. That's not even a name. They probably used it as a takeoff from the Philistines and just called themselves Palestinians. But if they knew what they were saying they were related to, then they may change their mind. But if you have that DNA, even at the slightest point, in those men, the ISIS group, and all these terrorist groups out there that wants to kill everybody, who's to say that the DNA in them could not do to them exactly what you're seeing this picture right here? No one has said it. No one has even come up with it. But when I saw it for the first time, in 5 minutes, I started making notes because I knew exactly what it was. And I know there are deformities out there that they have names for. But it's really odd when so many of them have actually 6 toes. 2 toenails and that big toe is a clear indication is what you're seeing. That's the right foot. Anyway, I wanted to run that by you, and I would not bet against it. So I just wanted to tell you what ran across my mind, and it wouldn't leave. Again, I made the notes when I first saw it, and so here you are. It's a story, and it could be very real. Jody Wolf, Expoz.